there. Welcome to Creating a Future We Want. We are in the middle of a project here. What is a garden? 30 days of adaptive action. I think you can tell this isn't day 1 or even day 2.
It's day like 20 something.
2000. We'll work on math another day. So we're engaging with this question: what is a garden, as a project here in our homeschooling? And one of the ways we are approaching this question is with a process, which is getting a little tiresome for some, a process called adaptive action. It is a process developed by our good friend Glinda Oyeng and her friends and colleagues and family at the Human Systems Dynamics Institute, and we have learned so much from them. And adaptive action is a process that consists of 3 questions. What are they, gals?
What? So what? And now what?
Ed, I was supposed to say what?
No, I was supposed to say it.
No, I was.
We could start some adaptive action cycles on that little thing.
Please don't.
Starting right
No,
there.
no.
It's better than people arguing.
No.
Okay, so today, each day we kind of bring a different topic. Some days it's been like, what are some of the topics? Light in the garden.
Smell, taste,
Patterns.
Observe. I feel
Yeah.
like there's some kind of pattern to what's happening right here.
Observe.
Boundaries,
Observation.
perspectives. Today our question is sort of got 3 legs to it, 3 parts, 3 components to it, kind of like I don't know. But what of the garden is nature? What is in the garden? What is human? And what is technology in the garden? I'm going to start with you, Cora, and ask you off the bat here, what in the garden is technology?
Well, you see, there's that stool in the background. That's technology. Someone built it on top of Daddy's head. Someone built it, and someone also built Daddy's head too.
What?
Get a little off topic, maybe. Not sure. I don't even know.
So
As an educator, I'm supposed to just let it all go, right? No. Okay. So what now? The stool. Let me ask you just a question about that. I feel like that's a wonderful example, Cora. There's a little silverfish. So what about that stool is technology? Like, so
Well,
why do you say it?
how someone carved it into all the different pieces, then hammered it, nailed it, put it together. A person, an animal didn't do it, but it's kind of nature because the wood is made out of a tree, so it's half nature, half technology. Because the wood is made out. Nature made the wood,
Mm-hmm.
but the person made the stool.
Could I ask you, Kiara? So what caused the person, the human, to create the stool?
Well, they, whoever made it wanted somewhere, something to sell, and something to be useful, so people sit on it, or use it to reach high things, or something.
Just looking at this stool in the background here, so, what would have caused this particular stool? If we've seen many different kinds of stools, they look, like devices to stand on, sit on, elevate ourselves with, so that we can reach things or rest. So what caused this stool to look the way that it does versus any other type of thing like that?
I don't
what if you did know? What would you say? If you had a if you had a suspicion, so what might be some reasons that this one looks like this? Either of you?
Maybe just someone, um, it looks like someone didn't want to have it all those fancy like carvings and stuff in it, so they cut a bunch of like square and circle pieces and a flat one, and they put it together in that way.
Yeah, they didn't want a lot of different components,
Yeah.
like different swirly, designs. They wanted it like to be for like this type of thing, just outside, or not for just like a fancy bar or something, fancy bar stool or something.
Maybe it used to be, but not anymore.
If I might throw in something that I've heard here, when you were talking about describing what technology we see or observe here in the garden, you began to describe to me characteristics that you might use to assess whether a thing is technology. You said that it's something that's used, like uh, it's useful, that a human created it, that it was created uh,
For a
some
purpose.
for a purpose and from nature was another thing. Not necessarily that that was exclusive to all technology, but this particular thing was from nature. Now those are very interesting characteristics. Anything else in the garden fit that, as in some um, a piece of something that you would qualify as technology?
Well, the phone that we're recording this with, um, maybe the ladder that the phone is propped up on, and the little pots that we have some plants in, like that one. I'm trying to put that one. Yeah.
Hmm. So, could I ask? Now, this is a bit tough, but I'm curious, Cora. We're zoned back in here. In the zone. What is what is a difference between something that is technology, like Kiata just mentioned, this phone and this ladder, and s- something that is nature, that is of nature?
Well,
What's the difference?
basically, mostly everything in this garden is nature. Mostly, not everything. Like the plants,
Mhm.
the dirt, the grass, the the vines that are the bean vines that are on these ropes. Um,
So,
basically,
what is a difference between this plant, the plant, the cells of this plant, the difference between them and this ladder, the technology?
well, this softish and smooth. That's a little rough, and
Nice and loud.
it's not soft. It's not really squishy.
Okay, the texture, the feel, the look of it, different. How about you, Kiata? What's a difference between something of nature, a plant, and something that is a technology like
Well,
the phone or the ladder?
yeah, the phone and ladder, they're human made, and nature, plants, they're made by nature. We helped with them, but mostly it's the soil and the water and sunlight that's doing the work. Um, and the photons and stuff. Um, let's see. I'm not really sure what
Hmm.
else. Like off the top of the head.
You covered an enormous amount of ground. Just one quick follow up. Let's see how we don't want to go on for too long here before we get to a little bit of a now what. But what did you mean when you said this isn't all nature, that humans had something to do with this plant?
Well, we helped this plant grow because we took the seed We put it in like rich, nice
Yeah.
soil, and then we watered it, and we gave it a good place so that it gets plenty of sunlight.
Yeah. Okay. So
Like-
we did intervene.
We helped with it.
This
But,
isn't
like-
wilderness.
No,
Mm.
not really. And it's like
that
in a fenced
tree
in place,
might
and
be
it's
wilderness over there.
Yeah.
Might be wilderness.
More so.
More.
If there was some sort of a spectrum, that might be more
But
in the forest.
A planter could have planted that tree. Who knows?
That's true.
Could have been another animal.
An animal could have planted it. Yep, that's right. Okay. Yep. That's right. Wind could have just fallen off the oak tree and started another oak just started growing there.
Mhm.
A squirrel could have buried it. Yep. Okay.
Mhm.
Is there anything that we could add to our now what is a garden from this conversation, talking about what's human, what's nature, what's technology in the garden? Now, what is a garden?
It has so many different components.
Yep.
So many different things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it has a lot of different parts to it. It's very complicated, and yeah, there are parts that are like nature, parts that are made by humans, parts that are like technology. Us humans were in the garden, but most of this we helped make, but a lot of it is natural.
Oh, I love that. Girls, we still don't really understand what's going on with photosynthesis. I mean, humans, we're trying to do the craziest things, and we don't even know how all these plants are doing what they're doing. This is Matt Keene. Thanks for visiting Creating a Future We Want. We're going to just keep on learning. We'll see you here very soon with our next contribution to ours and hopefully your well-being and learning. Take care. Bye. I don't know.